the ice wall. So that's why I'm growing the beard right now, because it's going to be a long journey. And thinking about doing a video and an album combination, and also a magazine graphic novel to go with it. So it's going to be a narrative electronic music synthesizer journey where I'm traveling beyond the ice wall to parts that, some people have documented, like Admiral Richard Byrd, but also things that, I'm going to do the album. Dave Matthews in the morning, baby. You gotta love it. There you go. Beautiful coffee. Absolutely gorgeous coffee. Yeah, Canada hits different. That's right. So the idea, what's up, Q? So the idea is to do the album, 13 songs. All right. I'm not putting any restrictions on how long the song is. Maybe the song might be a minute. Maybe the song might be 25 minutes song. It just depends on how the journey's going. And it's going to tell the story of when the samurai traveled beyond the ice wall. And in that story, like I said, I'm going to do a video series with it, almost like a movie. And then I'm going to do a magazine with the imagery and some written story with it. And then in the magazine will be like a QR code that takes you to the specific track on the album. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like a 3-part thing. So it'll have like the video aspect, it'll have the audio aspect, and then it'll have a print aspect to go with it. I kind of like that idea. And then in the print aspect, you can have all these crazy imagery of like Agartha or Lemuria or Hollow Earth or Beyond the Ice Wall, if any of you guys have checked out any of that theories. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm excited about it. And I got a new synthesizer coming the end of this month. According to the rep, he said it should be here at the end of the month, so that's cool. And then I'll also I'm thinking about picking up the Korg multi-poly desktop. I know a lot of people are saying don't get that, but I feel like 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall, the album, that multi-poly will really, really be something special on there, What's up? What's happening? Laura Vega, what's happening? Kitalis Nabrutas, what's going on? Yeah, so let me know what you guys think, man. Is that something that seems exciting? That not only will you get 13 songs on an album, which the album could end up being, like I told you, man, the album could end up being 8 hours long. It's going to be a massive story filled with narrative, filled with twists and turns, filled with protagonists and antagonists, filled with some scary scenarios, filled with adventure. It'll be a journey. And then in the journey, you will also have a visual to go with it, which I'll put on the YouTube channel. I'll do the whole visual with the music on the YouTube channel. And then the album I'll throw up. I don't know where I'll throw it up. Maybe I'll do it on vinyl or something. Someone told me the other day I should put it on vinyl. I should put a lot of stuff on vinyl. So maybe I'll think about doing that. And then the print thing is actually what I'm really excited about, because you'll get like Maxim magazine or Sports Illustrated style, like on that nice high gloss paper. So when you open it up, you will have the story, 13 chapters, right? Will be in this magazine or book, 13 chapters. And like I said, there'll be a QR code that you can just scan, and it'll bring you to the YouTube section of the video of that specific chapter or the song on like a playlist or something. I think it's a good idea. What's happening, Dave? Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there, for sure. May you have a good one. But a lot of people have been saying they want the album, so I'm gonna start working on it. I might even go dark from YouTube. I might take a I could probably make an album in a week, but I'm gonna really let this one marinate because I want it to be really special. And like I said, it might end up being a 6 to 8 hour album. Yeah, it might have to be like a pack of vinyls. Like, we might have to do like a 12 pack of vinyls where you know, the album's actually 12 records. How much time can you put on a vinyl? Like, how much playtime can go on a vinyl? Anybody know off the top of their head? Yeah, so basically the album will be sold in 13 records because that's probably how long it'll be. So I'll have 13 vinyls, the magazine story, the dark novel story, and then the actual video vlog. So maybe I'll just like on the channel I'll do the process of me making it, and then I'll do the tapes for 45 minutes per side. That's not enough for me. Like I said, this is going to be a long this is going to be a long journey, dude. I need more than 45 minutes. I'm not going to be making these. I don't think I'm going to be making any of the songs on there going to be 3 minutes. I think each song will probably be 20 minutes long, right? So what's 13 times 20? 160? Yeah. 13 times 20 is 160. So 160, yeah. So I think that's what it's going to be. And it's exciting because I'm not excited just about making just a music album. I don't want to just make a music album. I want this to be the holy trinity, right? Where you got the video, baby, for the visual, you got the audio, and then you got the print, and it's a trifecta. You know, a box set of tapes. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. A box set of cassettes. That's a good idea. Yeah, and then if you want to listen to it, you got to go buy a cassette player. That's what I'll think about doing. But it's exciting, so I'm going to start it off with, the main character's name is going to be Bizart. All right, so Bizart is the young character who's taking on this adventure to go beyond the ice wall, right? And he's going to have to battle a lot of people telling him that there was nothing beyond the ice wall. He's going to have to battle all the naysayers and the people who tried to like stop him from taking this expedition. And then he's going to have to deal with the mind-altering experience of realizing that there is something beyond the ice wall, and then what will happen beyond the ice wall, and discovering that things are not as they seem. And then he will take you on that journey from the beginning right to the end, to when he returns back here, back home, and he has to tell the story. Just like Admiral Byrd had to tell the story, but when he went beyond there, and nobody believed him, and he's going to have to deal with with government agencies trying to block him from getting that story out to the public. He's going to have to be very clever about how he displays the maps and everything. What's up, Emperism? What's up, Vic Vega? What's up, Ethos Annihilator? Yeah, so we're going to be bringing the conspiracy into the mix. The whole album is going to be what it's basically going to be. It's going to be an amalgamation of my mind and everything that I've read, fact, fiction. Truth is stranger than fiction, and it's going to be put into a musical theater experience. And that's why I need the visual with it. And that's why I need the magazine with it. And I think the three combinations of that together will be something very special and something I can get excited about. Because I can't really just get excited about making an MP3 and throwing it up on Spotify. That doesn't excite me at all, I like going on a journey. I like telling a story. And the best way to tell a story is through all your senses, Maybe I'll even put some scratch and sniffs in there. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'm going to start working on that right after the weekend. I'm going to start planning out how I'm going to do it, and I'll do it together. We'll do it together on the channel where I'll go through some of the stories, but they might not be a surprise. But it will be a surprise because I had to add a lot of stuff to it. So maybe on the channel we can make the skeletons together. You know, make the skeleton. We'll see. I don't know. It's all ideas right now, but that's where I'm. What's up, JCT? What's up, Animina Sola? Emperism. Yep. So that's exciting to me. But you know what? I do need to get some more synthesizers to complete this mission. So I got one coming the end of the month. A lot of people know what it is. I told you the hint of what's coming the end of the month is Sana. That's the big hint. And then the sound of this thing is crazy. I was watching another demo on it yesterday and I was like, wow, man, the sound of this synthesizer, it's going to be perfect for this 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall album, because it's got sounds that I don't have on any of my synthesizers, and I don't use VST synthesizers, or this is all going to be done with hardware, and it's all going to be done with the equipment in my studio, so that if I ever have to go and do it live, if I rent out a theater and do it live, then the gear it'll be able to be played on the gear that I have. So I was talking to Echo today, and I was like, you know, making music is cool and stuff like that, but you know, there's a disconnect between live music and when you make digital music, and both are great, both are awesome, but if you go watch music live and there's just a bunch of guys standing up on stage with just laptops and their mouses, and they're just clicking their mouses, and they're just kind of like, imagine 5 guys with a laptop bopping around like that. You'd be like, what's going on up here? But then you imagine going to a concert where you got 5 dudes all with synthesizers, microphones, drum machines, and or drum sets, and or guitars. It's a completely different experience. What's up from South Africa, Henrico? Hey, shout out to Drickus du Plessis, who just won the UFC title again, baby. I think it's his 2nd defense or 3rd now. Yeah, so shout out South Africa, DDP, Drickus du Plessis, baby. I love him. He's probably my favorite fighter at the moment. Enrico, you know what I'm talking about. Did you get the track I sent you? Ethos Annihilator. I didn't get the track you sent me. Ethos Annihilator? Maybe I don't recognize your email, but... Oh, yeah, I did. I think I know who Ethos Annihilator is. You got a different email. It's not Ethos Annihilator. Yeah. What do I drink? Black coffee. No sugar, no cream. Yeah, so that's basically the basic idea behind what I'm going to be doing. And like I said, the journey's going to be taken together. So what I'll do is I'll do the live together. I'll do it live. And then when the live is done, I'm going to pull it down so it can't be rewatched. And then at the end of it, I'll take all the lives and I'll mash them together in some kind of like long documentary of the making of the album. And then I'll have the album in a dark novel. I'll have the album in a video, because I'll make a wicked animated video to go with 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall. I'm from Newfoundland, Canada, but I live in America. Yeah, I'm from Newfoundland, Canada, but I live in America. USA, baby. Greatest country in the world. 2nd greatest? Greatest. Thailand's pretty good, but America's the best stuff. I think I have a flag. Well, you got the Newfoundland flag? Henrico, you know Drickus du Plessis from UFC middleweight champion of the world? Yeah, Ethos Annihilator. I think I got your track if I got your name right. Yeah, I got it. Awesome. Apologize if I didn't write you back right away, dude. I get so many friggin' emails. It's crazy. So I will write you back soon, though. If I didn't already write you back. But I think I wrote you back, but maybe I didn't write you back yet. I'll check once I get out of here later and see. But yeah, I go through... I pretty much write every single email. But yeah, it's all good. So yeah, if you're just getting here, the idea behind the 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall is to tell a story that is probably true, I think it's true anyway. And to tell it in a, you know, what do they do in the movies? This story is based on real events. So yeah, that's what we'll be based on. What's up, Morocco? What's happening? Zubir Fauzi, what's going on? Yeah, get the Newfoundland flag. Newfoundland flag's pretty cool, actually. It kind of like reminds me of the South African flag a little bit. Yeah, Newfoundland. Newfoundland. And Newfoundland's got two flags. We used to be called the Republic of Newfoundland. And it's an Irish flag, but the orange is turned like a salmon pink because when they came over on the boat, it was sun-kissed so much from the sun that the orange faded into like a salmon color. So our original flag, thanks King Ruiz, our original flag was Irish colors with a salmon instead of orange. And when we joined Canada in 1949, because we only joined Canada in 1949, before that we were our own, we were the Republic of Newfoundland. And a bunch of politicians sold us out to Canada and then basically been torturing us ever since. So my grandparents were all considered British, right, because they were under Britain, but it was a republic. America canceled trade with Africa, did they? Maybe you guys should stop ripping us off. Just kidding. Just kidding. I think everybody should have no tariffs. There should be no tariffs. There should be no. If you sell product in America, then we should be able to sell it in South Africa with no tariffs, no nothing like that. Everything should just be exactly how free trade is meant. It means that if we make product, we get to sell it in your country. You make product, you get to sell it in our country. Look at this hillbilly, Master Blaster. I'm the shillbilly, bro. I'm not the hillbilly. I'm the shillbilly. Okay. I pay companies for their synthesizers, and then I try to convince people to buy them. Okay? They don't give them to me. I buy them myself. This is what a shillbilly does. I buy the synthesizers myself, and then I glaze them like a Krispy Kreme donut and try to get other people to buy them because I love them so much that I think other people need to have the synthesizers. What kind of synthesizer? In the arsenal, I've got the HydraSynth Deluxe. I've got the Sonicware Ambient Zero. I've got the Arturia Mini Freak. I've got the Korg Op 6, the Korg Wave State, the Korg Mod Wave. I got the Korg Minilog XD. I've got the Behringer Monopoly. I've got the Behringer Model D. I got a Behringer Neutron. I got a Behringer Wasp. I got a BeatStep Pro. I got a Juno X. I got a Night Verb effects unit. I've got a hologram microcosm and chroma console. I've got Digitech Polera, Obscura, and Notilla chorus delay and reverb pedals. I've got the Maris Hydra, which is a pitch shifting delay unit, and then I got the Electro Harmonix Mel 9, which is a Mellotron emulator pedal. Yeah, so music, yeah, I got some music. All my music is done in MTV style music videos, so if you go to my channel after this and you click videos and click oldest, you can watch it. First video I ever put on YouTube is called Dreamland. Still an amazing song, man. It's probably one of the greatest musical performances of all time, and all those songs are pretty much improv done live on the spot, right? Or semi-improv anyways. They're just kind of like improv, whatever comes out in the moment comes out, and that's it. Our country is Team Palestine, cool. Palestine will be a pretty cool resort soon. The Gaza Strip, I mean. Maybe we'll get an all-inclusive vacation there someday. What's up, Vinoid? Right now, 7 a.m., man. I'm just taking a little break. I just worked for about 5 hours, so I'm taking a little break to have a coffee. Then I'm going back to work now, 7:30. And I'll be working 7:30 till about 2:30 or 3. And then I got to head out and go pick up some new windshield wipers for the missus for Valentine's Day. And then I got to get home. I might do another live stream if any good synth news comes out. And then after that, I'm got to go on a little bit of an adventure to do some reconnaissance mission for the 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall album. So that's what we're looking at. 70s keyboard, I got one 80s keyboard. I got the Yamaha PSR 36. There's a video on that in my channel somewhere too. Yeah, they should turn Newfoundland into a resort. Yeah, the 51st. People think that's a joke that Canada might become the 51st state. It's not a joke at all, actually. It's not a joke at all. Yeah. So yeah, it's exciting. Who do we got here? We got, hey, Captain Energy Music. What's going on, man? Groovy Chew, Master Blaster, Riz D Audios. Name a car for your edit, please try to. Name a car? Honda CRX, white. 1990s version. What about a good 70s one? A good 70s keyboard? I don't know, man. What do you mean a good? I don't buy old vintage keyboards, so I only buy new stuff. I like modern stuff. I don't like old stuff that you gotta like maintain and take care of and bring to people to fix because it breaks all the time. So I'm not into classic synthesizers. I like new synthesizers. I like digital hybrid synthesizers. I like effects units. Get a Moog from the 70s? No. Too expensive, brother. Moogs are too expensive. I might get a Moog grandmother though. And I would like the new Moog Muse. But what's going on this morning? This morning we're talking about 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall, man. The new album I'm going to make. It's going to be a 3-part. It's not going to be an album. I'm going to call it an experience because I'm going to do an animated video for the whole album. The album's 13 songs, but it might end up being 6 hours long. I'm not putting any restrictions on myself. Then I'm going to do an actual print copy of like a dark novel to go with it. And then I'm going to do, so an animated movie, a dark novel to go with it, and then could end up being like 12 vinyls is the album, not just one, or 12 cassettes, or sorry, 13 cassettes or 13 vinyls, because this thing might end up being 6 hours long. You think Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon was going to blow your mind? I think what I'm going to end up making is probably going to be, it'll end up being the most revolutionary, cutting edge way to release a piece of creative art that you've ever seen in your whole entire life. That's what it's going to be. It's probably going to end up setting the standard for what artists, it'll set the bar so high for what artists will have to do that when you receive this package, which will either be 13 vinyls, 13 cassettes, maybe it'll be 13 VHSs, 13 DVDs, I don't know what form I'm going to put it out in, and you've got a dark novel to go with it, and you've got an animated movie to go with it, and then you've got the documentary of the whole process to go along with it too. It's going to set the bar so high for what a consumer of somebody's creativity should receive from that person. Like I'm going to give you something that will go down in history as, like I said, it's going to set the bar and set the standard, and it'll be one of the most revolutionary pieces of creative art that a fan of music could ever receive. Because it's not just going to be music; it's going to stimulate every sense. You know, I might even send you a haptic vest with it. You put on the haptic vest, so when that bass booms, you feel it in your whole body. All right. So, I haven't figured it out yet, but it's going to be something pretty cool. Because I was thinking the other day, if I'm going to make an album, I need to be excited about it. I can't just like make an album, throw up on Spotify. If I'm making something, because I'm not really a musician, you know, I have an imagination, I'm creative, so I'm going to combine all these different experiences into one thing. And when you read the dark novel, you'll have a different feeling of 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall as you have when you listen to just the sound. You'll have a different experience. And then when you watch the visual, you'll have a different experience because your senses are going to be getting stimulated with each separate piece of this creative adventure. Yeah, so that's the idea. And you know, when you have an idea, you got to kind of put it down so you can so then you can start developing it. And shout out to Noir et La Blanc. I was listening to his After Hours with Autumn Guard this morning while I was working. And he was talking about how he made his album and his creative process and all that. And I was like, you know what? I kind of made a joke the other day. 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall is my new album. And it's not a joke, because 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall is a story that the world needs to hear. It's a story that should be told. And I believe that I'm the person who can tell that story. And yeah, it's going to set the standard. It's going to set the standard. It's going to be something special, real special. The basic outline of the story is going to be a young man named Bizart, the great grandson of Mozart. His name is Bizart, and Bizart will be going on a journey of exploration, coming of age, love, loss, fantasy, a blending of reality and fiction, and a revelation of truth to the world of where we are, what we're actually living on, what this is. And it'll be his journey there, and then his journey of bringing that back, and trying to get the story out to the world. And then in the process of getting the story out to the world, he's going to encounter tons of people who try to stop this story from getting out. He's going to encounter tons of nefarious groups that try to block his every move upon his return, and also his journey there. It's going to be dangerous, it's going to be scary, it's going to be terrifying, it's going to be sad, and it's going to be absolutely extraordinary. And I'm going to give it to you in every sense. I'm going to give it to you in the audio, I'm going to give it to you in the visual, I'm going to give it to you in the print, and then I'm going to give you the whole process as a documentary once it's complete. And not only that, I'm going to bring you through the process from start to finish as I'm doing it, so we can experience it together as it's happening. And then when the final thing is actually completed, it will then be a total mind-blowing experience. And like I said, each piece of the creation will feel totally different. If you just listen to it, it'll feel like this. When you watch it, it'll feel like that. And when you read it, it'll feel like this. So, and then when you've done all three, you'll actually have 3 different stories that end up evolving from the 3 different experiences. Yeah, so like I said, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, it's gonna have nothing on this. Oh, you wanna check out where I am? Yeah, sure, hold on. So this is where we are. Yeah, cool little place called Prest. Yeah, so that's the basic idea behind the story. Is there a deadline involved as well? No deadlines, but I'll do. I'm gonna put like I said, this is day 1, so this is the first actual part to the series. Is the day when the imagination went into the ether, and now it's real. So now I'll take the next step and begin the process, because I've already begun it up here. Now I've actually externalized it and documented it on this channel. So the next step is to begin it, and once I begin it, I mean, I could finish this thing in a month. It could take me a year, but when it's done, it's done. And I got a feeling it's going to move quite quickly. And then the process of getting it out is nothing to it. So I think it's easy peasy, and it's going to be an absolute blast making it. And you never know, man, if a few people are actually interested in stuff in it, maybe we'll have, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Like I said, this is day 1. This is the imagination from what Rick Rubin calls my antennas up. I got the idea. Now the idea is being externalized, and now that it's being externalized and solidified into here, so we've taken it from I've taken it from the ether and hyperspace, now I'm bringing it down and solidifying it into reality. And now I'm actually lighting the fire under myself to do it, and it will be done. And I already got the album cover made, 13 Days Beyond the Ice Wall. The thumbnail for this video will show it. I got it posted. Maybe I'll change it a little bit, but it's cool, man. I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna go with it. And you know what? Like I said, I think what's gonna end up after this is going to be something that when you experience it, you're gonna be like, wow, wouldn't it be awesome if every artist that put out an album actually gave me this? And that's my whole goal with this, is for you to be like, wow. And then the next time you get an album, you're like, this is just the audio? You'd be like, man, I would really love if this came with the dark novel and the animated video and then the behind the scenes documentary of how it would be done, yeah. And then, like I said, the story is gonna be, it's gonna be an epic, man. It's gonna be an epic. All right, so anyways, I gotta get back to work. Yeah, it's gonna be like an old box set. It'll come in a box set, man. This might come in like a milk crate size thing with, like I said, 13 vinyls or 13 cassettes, or, you know, maybe I'll just throw 13 USB sticks in there. I don't know. Work the details out later. First, I get the idea, and then the details later. All right, I gotta go to work.